4 p.m. sharp. I didn't actually think I was gonna have anything to show for the day. I made a post saying that I was gonna have a break from making videos. I'm going through that. I'm still sticking by that, but I can say a little something here and there. The packing boxes, or moving boxes rather, has been absolutely no joke. I've been doing a little bit here and there, but there isn't really much more to do, and then sooner or later out of here and on to the next chapter of my life, I can call it. And I say that because I'm going to be in a completely different location, doing basically the same stuff, but more developed in the sense that instead of just doing predominantly bodyweight workouts at home, for example, going to be doing calisthenics parks stuff. Also plan to have a fitness coach job, which I've been going out my way to apply for a while now, or if not, maybe by the end of the year, if I still haven't found any level 2 gym instructing work / fitness coach work, then I'd move on to applying for a personal training role, because I would have just been fresh out of personal training school, I can call it, and then I'd be ready. I'd know how to coach people, and therefore would be able to, also I imagine, have enough experience to easily do the role that would be required of me within reason, on the premise that it's actually a personal training related role, and they're not trying to, the employees that is, aren't trying to actually get me something that's different from a personal training role, even though that would be the title of what they've got in their job advertisement. This is really getting serious, and I could tell even by the echo in the room now, because there's less stuff in here, so there's more place for sound to bounce off walls, which is creating the echo sound, as far as I'm aware. I think that's how it works, but yeah, this has been serious. It's been no joke. I think this is going to be it for today in terms of what I'd show or what I'd speak about. And I think, even though I said I'd be making videos just based on me exercising in the daily exercise logs, I think I'm going to put this down as one of them, even though it's just me talking, because obviously I've put in a whole load of work, with all that sweating. That didn't just come from me just sitting down and doing nothing, just in bed. I have been in bed for a while, but I've definitely been active. Definitely getting rid of all of the clutter that both was and wasn't mine, and then sooner or later, that's it, I'm out of here. So cheers to that happening. Cheers to being in a different area where it's more easy to go to calisthenics parks and to be able to be around healthy people, and not just people who do calisthenics as well, like people who are really into fitness. It's just gonna be, I think, with the sort of environment I know I'm getting myself into, I don't think I'll have a difficult time being able to make trustworthy, physically and mentally healthy, genuine friends, and potentially for life too, even if we are in different places. Depending on how things turn out, I don't think I'll have a problem making those sorts of friends that I'd want to be friends with, because both parties, me and these other people, would be like really going out of the way to take care of themselves, and because we as in both parties would be so focused in not only taking care of ourselves as individual people, but as a community. I'd like to imagine that it'd be a trustworthy community which we'd be oriented around. It is pretty self-centered, even in the word we, because I am a part of that we. However, in order to make it partially selfless to the point I feel comfortable with, so I'm not just going out my way to be a people pleaser at no matter what, by any means, which would then mean I might put myself in detrimental positions for me. I think, yeah, I definitely I think it's within my best interest, by me, to also be partially selfless, because it's not all about me. The world doesn't revolve around me, even though I've said it a whole load of times. So I don't think with people I'd want to be around and actually trustworthy people, I have no problem going out my way to be there for them, just like I'd imagine people would be there for me. And just because, not necessarily as a favor, so that people do a favor for me in return. I want to just talk about this. When I showed this, I'm looking at the camera to just make sure it's still recording. And then I saw this the first time around, and my belly's gonna fold a little bit because I'm sat down. But I'm not actually talking about this in a pessimistic fashion. I'd like to actually note that I've been wanting to manage my weight through decreasing my weight to around 70 kg or lower, and I'm currently at 80 something, 87.4, I think. 1 month ago, less than a month ago, 4 days less, I was at 88.7. I'm almost certain. That's what I'm picturing in my head. And that therefore means within over a month, I've decreased my weight by 1.3 kilograms. And I definitely like where things are going. I'd say in the past, I'd never going hungry. And that's a part of why I'd actually been holding myself back. Sometimes it's not necessarily necessary, but it's been helpful for me actually decreasing my weight and getting back to a healthy weight, not being overweight. My belly I had a pot belly. Even last month, no, 2 months ago, yeah, it's not July anymore, 2 months ago, I had a pot belly. I was weighing 90 kg, and I want to get back to where I was November last year, around 70 kg. Not in terms of physical ability, because I was pretty weak, weaker than I am now, but I could definitely keep progressing, I'd like to imagine, even though I'm decreasing my weight by having those sessions, which I would develop my ability on a daily basis, unless I'm severely injured or think I'm going to aggravate like my spine, for example. That I'm not playing with. Like 3 days ago, I think it was 3 days ago, I thought I was going to injure myself. Like really, I was aggravating my spine by just lifting my legs up when sat down, thinking of doing leg lifts to do something for the day. But yeah, I thought that was just too much. But I'm going to leave it there. That's it. And yeah, from now on, this video is going to be a break, and eventually, sooner or later, beyond the videos I've got scheduled to upload, I will be coming back. Cheers to that happening, and cheers to all the progress I'm going to make beyond this point, and cheers to the progress I've already made. I've set myself, I think, in a worthwhile stead in which I'll be able to make my way of life what I consider maybe more ideal than I could have ever thought of at this point. Peace. Cheers to making it happen.